unbeatable. The myth is that Bruce Lee was invincible and never lost a fight in his life. And in fact, the only real proof to the contrary are tales of fights he lost in his early teen years, growing up in Hong Kong, like when he was jumped, beaten, and robbed by a gang of boys. Bruce was so embarrassed and upset, he dedicated his time to training to become a martial artist. And we all know how that worked out. Say, wouldn't that make a great movie?
We all have inner demons to fight. We call these demons fear and hatred and anger. If you don't conquer them, then a life of 100 years is a tragedy.
Number 9. Bruce Lee was a dancing pro.
Did I ever tell you I was the Cha-Cha champion of Hong Kong?
About 15,000 times. Did I ever tell you I was pregnant?
Once.
Make that twice.
Not only could Bruce Lee pack a punch during his fights, his dancing shoes packed a punch all their own. He took up cha-cha dancing after he started taking Wing Chun, and he entered a contest when he was just 18 years old. The end result? He became the 1958 Hong Kong Cha-Cha champion. And when he first traveled to America, he made cash by teaching locals how to dance.
1, 2, cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 1.
And of course, his skill on his feet paid dividends in the martial arts world. Number 8. Bruce Lee was too strong for punching bags. For normal, puny humans, regular heavy punching bags usually weigh around 70 pounds each, with some more substantial ones weighing more than twice that at 150 pounds. But for a fighter like Bruce Lee, that was hardly any weight at all. In fact, his strikes were so strong that he apparently needed his punching bags to weigh a whopping 300 pounds. He also needed those bags to be full of metal, otherwise the bag would be too easy for him to kick clean through. Number 7. Bruce Lee used the vampire taunt. There are reasons why Bruce Lee's opponents shouldn't have let him taste his own blood. Why? Because it made him an even better fighter. While in the middle of a battle in his film Enter the Dragon, he licks the blood from one of his wounds and uses that as motivation, we guess, to whoop his opponent. If anything, tasting blood gave Bruce an even bigger advantage against you than he already had, because no one makes him bleed his own blood. Number 6. Bruce Lee was too fast to film. If you told someone you thought Bruce Lee was superhuman back in his day, it would be hard even for those who filmed his movies to disagree with you. While filming The Green Hornet, his punches and kicks turned out to be so fast that he looked like a blur. Because of that, his footage needed to be refilmed at a higher rate so they could capture his awesomeness on camera.
There is the finger jab, there is the punch, there is the back fist, and then low. Of course, then they use leg, straight at the groin, all come up.
Number 5. Bruce Lee was a chopstick master. Even while he was eating, Bruce Lee was showing off his out-of-this-world skills. In fact, as a means of improving the quickness of his reflexes, he would take his chopsticks, throw grains of rice in the air, and then catch them mid-flight as they were coming down. And you thought Mr. Miyagi catching flies with chopsticks in The Karate Kid was cool.
Man who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything.
You ever catch one?
Not yet.
Number 4. Bruce Lee mastered the 1-inch punch. If there's anything that should indicate to you just how strong and focused Bruce Lee was, it's this. His punches were so powerful that he could land a devastating blow against his opponents from not even an inch away and send them flying. He was so good at it that he could even break wooden boards from that distance, and also apparently taught his punch to inner city kids. But we're betting no one has ever pulled it off quite like Bruce. Number 3. Bruce Lee did 2-fingered exercises. Bruce's workout routine was just as intense as his movies and his fighting abilities. Need proof? He could not only do more push-ups and pull-ups than your average health nut, but he could also do it while barely needing to use his limbs. One-armed pull-ups or 2-fingered push-ups, anyone? He also sat in an elevated V position for upwards of 30 minutes. Although you may think it's showboating on his part, let's be honest, you'd probably do it too if you could. Number 2. Bruce Lee created Jeet Kune Do.
Martial art is a combative form of the art of expressing the human body.
Though Bruce Lee has a reputation for being one of the best mixed martial artists of all time, he was also a pioneer of many different aspects of his craft.
Martial art include all the combative arts like karate or karate, judo, Chinese kung fu or Chinese boxing, whatever you call it.
One example is his creation of a hybrid martial arts style.
Now listen to the beat and listen to my movement, okay?
Translated into English as the way of the intercepting fist, Jeet Kune Do combines martial arts with philosophy and teaches its practitioners ways to improve their skills as well as help them discover themselves.
It's your book. It's your book. Look at that.
Sounds badass to us. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot.
Number 1. Bruce Lee beat Chuck Norris. Although Chuck Norris's fighting skills are praised and revered to no end by some, even to this day, there was one thing he never quite accomplished: beating Bruce Lee. In fact, the complete opposite happened. In the film Way of the Dragon, Bruce and Chuck square off for almost 10 minutes.